Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're like me and live in a concrete block home or a brick home or a tradesman that works on either home types, then you're definitely going to want to see the tips shown in this video. Over the years I had to mount many electrical boxes to concrete block walls, like the one here, clamps for pipes on walls, installed shelving on walls like this, and mounted other items on walls. And usually I would use a Tapcon anchor, specially designed to grab the concrete wall with the threads, and it also works on brick. In order to use this type of an anchor, you need to drill a hole first using a carbide bit. The bit is a 5/32 inch. If you're going to be using a larger anchor, instead of the 3/16 anchor, the 1/4 inch one, the next size up, then you would use a 3/16 inch carbide bit, like you see right here. What I'm going to be doing is mounting this right here on the wall. There's 2 holes, and you can see the wall is already marked way up here at the top, 2 holes. I'm going to be drilling them using the 5/32 bit. What happens quite often is when you go to install the Tapcon, it goes all the way in, and then when you go to torque it down, make it nice and tight, it strips. So I'm going to show you exactly what to do if that ever happens, and when you do what I show you, you'll never have to worry about this anchor coming out of the wall. It will be extremely strong. So let me drill the 2 holes first, and hopefully the problem happens. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to simulate the problem to show you what to do. I'm going to be using my hammer drill, and I'm just going to start it, and then I'll show you at the end when the hole is drilled, only because it's extremely noisy when you're using a hammer drill. Okay, those 2 holes are drilled. This anchor has a hex head, so I'm going to be using a nut driver. Okay, right there. Alright, so it appears to be going in pretty good. Usually what's going to happen is you're going to tighten that all the way in, and then when you go to bear down on the nut driver, or if you're using a drill with a torque setting, it's going to spin that screw inside the wall. It's just going to strip the concrete hole right out. So this one may not do it, but I'm going to make sure the next one does it just to show you. And I think the reason why it happens is the density of the concrete that you're using when you drill the hole with the bit, or the bit has a little bit of a wobble to it, and as you're drilling, it's wobbling in the hole, making that hole bigger than it should be. So let me secure the top, and we'll move on to the hole below. Okay, so that's doing very good, that one. So let's try another one now on the bottom. Hopefully I can get the problem to happen. If it does, then you will see exactly how to correct it. Sounds like it's got a good grip, but we'll find out. Right there. See this? This is what you end up having happen. It's spinning because the hole is basically stripped. So you're going to have to take it back out, just back it off. You're not going to want to put a larger screw in there because it's not going to help you. There's 3 things that I've used over the years to correct the problem, and each one works perfectly. So let me show you each one at a time. Take a toothpick. You're basically going to shim the inside of that hole. It's going to make a much tighter fit with the Tapcon. So you would insert this all the way in, just bend it a little bit, and then you would insert the Tapcon alongside of it. You don't want to snap it off right here, because if you snap it off, when you go to put the Tapcon in, you're going to end up pushing the toothpick into the wall. It might fall down one of the cores. So you just want to slide it in and bend it the way I did here. This works extremely well. You can torque it down really good. The next thing you can use is a piece of weed whacker trimmer line. You want to make sure it's not too thick. This one here is pretty good. You would insert that into the hole, hold it to the side, and then put the Tapcon back in and tighten it. The last thing that I use, if all else fails, is a piece of solid 14 gauge copper wire. It's electrical wire. You would simply insert that into the hole, just like before, bend it off to the side. Once it's inserted, you could trim it that just a little piece is angled down. It will flatten when you tighten it, but you don't want the copper wire sliding into the wall. So the copper wire works great too. So let me demonstrate using the toothpick. Take that like that. Alright, the end snapped off, but it is grabbing the toothpick. I suggest using a nut driver the way I'm doing it. Drills have a habit of over-torquing and causing the Tapcons to strip. See, this is getting pretty tight right now. It's getting really tight. And now I'm going to torque it down. Solid as can be. If you ever run into this problem, you're going to know exactly what to do. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to rate, thumbs up, and share. Thanks for watching.